2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello guys and welcome to another guide which is 1 to 99 melee. So before I say anything, your consideration to subscribe to my channel would mean a lot. So let's get started with a guide, shall we? So before you even start training melee, you should know and keep in mind for future. Guys, keep this in mind that from specific quests you will get a really good amount of melee experience, so I highly recommend doing these quests, as you can see in the picture now. After completing all of these quests, you will get in total 543k in strength, 240k in attack and 229k in defense. Guys, I know that you won't be able to do all of these quests, but do as much as you can. I know that there's a lot of requirements for these quests, but as I said, do as much as you can because of the experience, and you won't be even needing to camp, let's say, goblins or most giants for the rest of your days. You're just gonna need to do some quests and bam, you get the XP. Really nice. As well, I want to talk a little bit about auras. Auras are really great for your training, no matter if it's melee or mage or range, they are always good and will increase your XP per hour. The XP per hour depends on what tier aura you use. So first we will talk, in my opinion, about the best aura which you can use while training melee is Vampirism aura. This aura enables the player to gain life points equal to 5% of any damage they deal. The heal currently caps at 50 life points per hit. The effect stacks with other forms of healing such as Soul Split, which is really amazing. I really like it. Another great aura to use is Penance aura. This aura enables the player to gain prayer points equal to 5% of any damage they receive. Rounded down, and it is one of the useful auras when combating high damage semi-boss creatures, such as tormented demons or glaciers. For example, taking 99 damage would cause 4 prayer points to be gained. Holy bananas, insane. Alternative auras which I don't use but you might is Brawler and Berserker. I think that if you're using high tier weapons you don't need increased accuracy or damage. Overloads and weapons will do a really good job, and you just don't need to waste your loyalty points on extra 5% let's say attack or damage. It won't do any difference, so yeah. So if you want to train melee very efficiently, these items will help you to be the best at training these skills. So it is Ectoplasmator, Bone Crusher, Demon Horn Necklace, Herbicide, Seedicide, Spring Cleaner, Invention Perks, Enchanted Excalibur, Holy Wrench, Kinetic Cyclone, Portents of Restoration. So if I missed some of the items, please let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah guys, this is what you might need for the faster gains. This is it. Okay, so if you want to train melee in the most efficient way, you need to know the best armor that you can use from a different defense levels. So from 1 to 10 defense level you will be using bronze armor, from 10 to 20 levels you will be using iron, from 20 to 30 levels you will be using steel, from 30 to 40 you will be using mithril, from 40 to 50 you will be using adamant, from 50 to 60 you will be using rune, and if you want to use a rune plate body you must complete the Dragon Slayer quest, which is really easy and fun to do. I really like it. And yeah, from 60 to 70 levels you'll be using dragon armor. Note that the legend quest has to be completed to be able to wield or make a dragon shield. And yeah, from 70 plus levels you can use Bando's armor. Bando's equipment is full set of melee power armor, and you can use as well Barrows. Barrows equipment degrades as it used. Equipment received from the Barrows minigame is fully repaired and can be used for 1000 charges of combat until it degrades completely and requires repair before it can be used again. From 80 plus levels you can use Torva armor. Torva armor is a full set of degradable power armor that requires 80 defense and 80 constitution to wear. So yeah, you need 80 constitution as well, not only defense. From 85 plus levels of defense, you will need to use Tetsu. Tetsu equipment is a set of degradable melee armor unlocked via player-owned pod. The armor can be made at 90 smithing in the pod's workshop, which is not boostable. And for the best armor in game, you can use 90 plus defense. It is malevolent. Malevolent armor is power armor from Barrow's Rise of the Six, requiring level 90 defense to wear. And yeah, it is smithed an anvil using malevolent energy and reinforcing plates. It is the melee equivalent of tectonic and serenic armor. So this armor is really great. It's the best armor you can use, and I highly recommend getting this armor because it is much better than Bando. So if you can, always upgrade your armor for better defense and DPS bonuses, but I know that not everyone can afford, let's say, full malevolent. So if you want a decent XP from melee and you don't have as much as money for the armor, stick with the lowest that I can suggest. It is Bandos. Don't get me wrong that Bandos is a bunch of crap armor. It is still a decent armor which is not degradable and really cheap in my opinion. This armor you can use for on many Slayer tasks and in RuneScape overall, but it won't be as efficient as I will show you in this video, so keep that in mind. Okay, so this is it for the armor that you should use. Now let's talk about the weapons. From 1 to 10 you should use bronze, from 10 to 20 you should use iron, from 20 to 30 steel, 40-50 rune, 60-70 dragon, 70-75 barrows, 75-80 abyssal whip, from 80 plus chaotics, from 90 plus noxious or draggers, but I would prefer noxious of better DPS and accuracy, but draggers are extremely good as well. But if I were to choose, I choose noxious side because it is way better and I like it way more. Next I'm going to show you action bars, which are two-handed, dual wielding, one-handed plus shield. These action bars are standard ones, it doesn't contain ultimate threshold abilities. If you want you can use different abilities, but as I said these are the basic ones, so yeah. Nothing much to say about this, just use them as they are. Okay guys, so now we know the best armor and weapons to use in game. Now let's talk the best way to train melee. Before I will go to the mobs, I would like to say that the best way for me is to train melee with Slayer. Main reason is that you're not only getting melee XP, but you're training another skill as well, so it is called Slayer. By training melee with Slayer you will unlock amazing rewards from Slayer shops, which will help you in game overall, and as well you will get a lot of money from Slayer. I like to train melee with Slayer because I like to switch mobs instead of camping one mob till 99. Believe me, after a few days you will leave Runescape for a day because you will get tired and the game will become not so fun. So switch something up, do different mobs and just have fun getting those melee gains. Okay guys, so let's get started with the mobs. From levels 1 to 20 you will be killing trolls, which can be found in the Berthop. They have only 50 life points and they have a chance to drop Watcher Talismans. So after some time you will get 20 melee, defense, attack and strength, and probably a few hundred thousands of gold. You will be going to the next mob. So guys, from 1 to 20 you will be doing these trolls, and I don't know exactly how much time you should be spending there. Let's say like half an hour or something like that, maybe more, I don't know. So that's why I'm not putting the exact time. From 20 to 40 levels you will go to Hill Giants. You will get around 50k melee XP per hour. A Hill Giant is a type of giant found in several locations around RuneScape. So mostly highly concentrated in the far southern end of the Edgeville dungeon. These dungeons may be accessed through the entrance located west of the Cooking Guild if the player has a brass key. So if you have a brass key, then this is the best entrance. The Edgeville dungeon area is usually very crowded in free-to-play worlds, as players like to gather big bones and either bury them for player experience or sell them at the Grand Exchange. Or to the other players, maybe, I don't know. The best drop that Hill Giants can drop is Grimy Herbs, and in time they can be sold for a decent amount of money. From 40 to 60 you will be training at Moss Giants. You will get around 70k melee XP per hour. Moss Giants are fairly large creatures that live in Gielinor. They attack with range and are thus weak to against melee attacks. Most giants are popular for training, especially for free-to-play worlds, because they are one of the few creatures, I don't know, that drop big bones. And in addition, they are one of the few free-to-play monsters that are weak to slash attacks, making weapons such as the Rune Scimitar, longsword or two-handed sword the preferred choice. It is preferred for you guys. So most giants are aggressive to players with a combat level of 102 or lower, and the best item they can drop is herbs and seeds as well. By the way guys, you can get an effigy from them, which is really nice, and probably it's really rare. From 60 to 80 you will be trading at Banshees. You will get around 200k melee XP per hour. Banshees are Slayer monsters that require level 15 Slayer and earmuffs to kill. Additionally, Banshees tend to frequently drop many different types of herbs. Mighty Banshees are a higher leveled alternative if this is given as your Slayer assignment. Banshees are one of the races who have lesser champions in the Champions Challenge activity. To fight the Banshee champion, the player must kill Banshees until one of drops a champion scroll, which is very rare drop. They are really good money because they drop ghostly essence, mystic gloves and bunch of herbs. By the way guys, you will need smoking kills quest to enter this area. From 80 plus you will be training at Frost Dragons. You will get around 250k melee experience per hour. Frost Dragons reside in the Asgarian Ice Dungeon, Resource Dungeon. The dungeon requires a minimum level of 85 dungeoneering taxes, so this is a really high requirement if you want to do Frost Dragons. And inside a total of 20 dragons. Frost Dragons attack with all 3 combat styles as well as with the Dragon Fire. They are weak to stab, making chaotic or Dragon rapiers popular weapons choices. The dungeon can be accessed easily by using the Fair Ring network with the combination AIQ. Killing Frost Dragons is highly profitable as their bones are currently worth 11,000 coins each. Players may gain upwards of 300k coins per full inventory of bones or more if using magic notepaper or a beast of burden familiar. When fighting Frost Dragons, a blue recoil orb will appear and start cycling the dragon. It is important that you do not attack while the orb is out, and as it will rebound 80% of any damage you would deal, so keep that in mind and be very careful guys. From 90 plus you will be training with Dark Beasts. You will get around 400k melee XP per hour. Dark Beasts are large bulk-like monsters requiring a Slayer level of 90 or higher to harm, so this is a really high requirement guys, and yeah, not everyone can do it. They attack with both magic and melee, though they use magic far more frequently than melee. Dark Beasts are well known for their slightly uncommon blue charm drop, the Dark Bow and the Dark Arrowheads. They are one of the few droppers of the Death Talisman, the other being Dragon Implings. They are also good droppers for the rare drop table and are one of the Slayer monsters to drop the Crystal Triskelion pieces. I don't know if it is worth it to collect Triskelion pieces, but maybe. They are also one of the few droppers of the Serenic Scale, which is material needed to create Serenic armor. So this is it for this guide from 1 to 19 melee. I know this... Oh my god, I'm so tired, so much speaking, holy baloney. I know that this is not the full guide on the different mobs that you can train. Actually, there's tons of the mobs you can train on, but this is how I got my 99 melee stats fast and efficient. As well, I earned bunch of GP. I mean, I earned a lot of GP from this. And yeah, I'm sharing only what I have done till 99, so don't get me wrong. I hope that it helped you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. If you want more information, you can always contact me in the game. My name is CAC, and as always, have fun scaping and peace!